What's up, everybody? My name is Brandon Duchair Craven, and welcome to another YouTube video. I'm not going to say this is a Raw Top 5 or a SmackDown Live Top 5, because it's not. This is my official review of Batman vs. Superman. First, we're going to talk about the story. The story for Batman vs. Superman was fantastic. They pulled some of the stuff from the Frank Miller series, The Dark Knight, and I think The Dark Knight Returns as well. I've read the graphic novel. Great comic series. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's a fantastic story. And a lot of people when this movie came out said it was too dark for a movie. I agree, but then I disagree. Because, yes, DC is darker than Marvel. And I hate comparing Marvel to DC and vice versa. For those of y'all that know me, though, know that I have been a Marvel guy. But I am a DC guy, too, in some respects, in some aspects. In that, I love The Flash. I love Green Arrow. I love Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I love all those characters. I've actually got a stack of Flash comics over here that I got to finish reading. Flashpoint, which is going to be the talking point of and the story arc for season 3 of the Flash on the CW. So I'm catching up on that. I've got a couple other ones over here, Rebirth that I got to read. I think it's either Rebirth or Reborn. There's Flashpoint. Yeah, Rebirth. Okay. Because I know they just came out with Reborn where they kind of redid everything. So I want to make sure I got it right. Anyway, I got a couple of comics over here I got to finish reading. But back on my point, the storyline for Batman vs. Superman was fantastic. Absolutely loved it. I also heard there were some plot holes. I mean, to me, maybe the theatrical version had plot holes, but this one didn't to me. This one filled everything nicely, filled it, it was a 3-hour movie. So it filled it very well. Maybe this was the DVD version that they had. I don't know. Because like I said, I never saw it in theaters. I didn't get a chance to go see it in theaters. But it was a fantastic movie. The storyline progressed nicely. I thought every character had a chance to shine. Speaking of characters, let's talk about some of the actors. The actors for this movie. First of all, I have never been happier to be proven wrong. When this movie first was announced, I was overjoyed. Then the casting came out. And I was mortified to find out that not only was Christian Bale not cast as Batman, but B, Ben Affleck had been cast as Batman. I was mortified. I was scared, and I was worried. But I have never been happier to be proven wrong. Ben Affleck rocked it as Batman / Bruce Wayne. And that's one of the things that really he did so well in this movie. And that's something that some of the other actors, like Christian Bale, he was fantastic in the Chris Nolan series. This wasn't a Chris Nolan series movie. That was something that some of the other actors, like Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, didn't get. They got the Batman version or the Bruce Wayne right. George Clooney and Val Kilmer, to me, were great Bruce Waynes. Christian Bale was a great Batman. They were not both. They were not great Bruce Waynes and Batman. Michael Keaton back in the 80s was a great Batman and Bruce Wayne. He was that debonair, billionaire, playboy philanthropist like Tony Stark, and he was also a great butt kicker in Batman. Ben Affleck, for this generation, was Michael Keaton. He was a great Bruce Wayne. He was a great Batman. He was Bruce Wayne when he needed to be, and he was Batman when he needed to be. There was no mixing of the two. So, to me, that's what made Ben Affleck stand out as Batman. Henry Cavill, however you pronounce his last name, was fantastic, as always, as Superman. He played great Clark Kent and Superman. Gal Gadot, as her debut as Wonder Woman, was fantastic. I absolutely loved Wonder Woman in this movie. The best line, well, two best lines. One of them I can't say because I'm sure I got kids watching the show. But it was the scene where Batman first met Doomsday, and he tore up his plane. The other one was when Batman looked at Superman when Wonder Woman first made her entrance, said, "Is she with you?" And then Superman looked at Batman and goes, "I thought she was with you." Hilarious moment. That's what I mean. It had dark spots in the right places. It had funny moments in the right places. So, but again, the actors were great for the most part. One of the actors that didn't really hit it for me was Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, and this is something that I got into a conversation with on Facebook, one of my buddies. Lex Luthor, for me, was always maniacal, but he was a genius. Jesse Eisenberg was a maniacal genius. He got that right. What he didn't get right was Lex Luthor's personality. Lex Luthor, for me, was not psychotic. He did not jump around and... To me, Jesse Eisenberg played the Riddler and Joker in this movie. He did not play the full Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, especially like in the video games and the animated series, he's very calm. He's very relaxed. He has almost like a monotone voice to him. He was not like jumping around and, like, oh my gosh, jumping around and, took joy in all that. He took joy in it, but it didn't show. Jesse Eisenberg didn't play that for me. He was great in the movie, don't get me wrong. And he did become Lex Luthor at the end, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. He just didn't hit it for me. I love Jesse Eisenberg as a character, as an actor. I love all that. He just didn't hit it for me. Overall, this movie was very, very well done. No plot holes like I thought it was going to have. I heard a lot of people say it was going to have plot holes. It didn't really for me. If I had to give this movie a rating, which I will, right there, 4 out of 5. It was a fantastic movie. Cannot wait for Justice League. There's one character in Justice League that I'm not looking forward to seeing. That's the Flash. The Flash is one of my favorite DC characters. My problem is they recast him with a guy who I don't think fits the bill as the Flash. He didn't show me anything in Batman vs. Superman with the limited amount of time he had. Didn't show me nothing. Maybe he will in Justice League. I hope I'm pleasantly surprised. But you've already got a Flash on the CW network. Use him. He wanted to be in the movie. Grant Gustin plays the Flash to a T, in my opinion. Same thing with Green Arrow. If they recast the Green Arrow, I'm going to flip a lid. Because you've already got a Green Arrow. Don't pull a Marvel. Start casting some of your TV characters with your movie. Because it's going to save you money. You don't have to recast. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is say, hey, Grant, hey, Steven, come over to the movie. We need your help. That's it. I mean, I could be totally wrong. But anyway, that's going to do it for me this time around for my review of Batman vs. Superman. Again, this is just me branching out and wanting to put more review content on this channel. Check in tomorrow for my review of another Batman tale, the Batman Telltale series game for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. I'll be doing the PlayStation 4 version. of episode 1. That was an absolutely fantastic game to play. I'll talk about that more tomorrow, right here on the Roller Wrestling Review YouTube channel. God bless you. My name is Brandon Duchair Craven. I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody.